rigorousness, the kind of close attention that he would give, everybody understands. There were a few words that I wrote in my talk, and he said, "You need to simplify these words," and he gave me alternatives. That not this word, but something else which is simpler. And for the first time, I got a lesson in my life that written English and spoken English are altogether a different world. 2008 also, I was the printing and stationery chairman, and what a fear I lived under. I mean, I was told that if something goes wrong, Operation would make me print the souvenir magazines all over again. And that was a terror in my mind. I mean, I remember having woken up all night to proofread the entire convention, the entire souvenir material myself, sitting with the printer and the designer. Man, I mean, this man, as Manvir Ravi said, he was a perfectionist and he would bring out the best in me. At that age, perhaps, I mean, by age, and by my maturity, I didn't understand much. I mean, I was much less mature than possibly I am. Not that I am mature now. But
he's still confused.
when I did my course,
BB confusion mein.
there were a few sessions. I mean, you would all agree, 7 sessions and all that I could not relate to. And in one of the sessions later, after 7th, 8th session, Operation was taking a feedback, and I mustered strength to stand up and tell him that I'm not being able to relate to some of the things that is happening in the course. And he said, "Don't think about it, don't worry, just keep doing the course and you will understand it someday." And how true it was. I mean, even after having done the course, even till date, this man has shaped my personality, he shaped my conduct, he shaped my behavior. All thanks to him. Sorry, I'm getting to this man who has shaped our lives.
We have two sets of people here. They're all Sneha boys of Calcutta who all become now senior ex-MRS students from Shimutala. They all settled down, got married. I would love all of you to stand up and just introduce yourselves. All these boys from, just stand up please. All the wives also. Romara. And there is one gentleman here who has looked after their health since very young age when they were 3-4 years. Dr. Arun Mukherjee, please. He has looked after all these students from that age. He is a pediatrician by profession. And in 1986, in 1986, when we took the Shimutala site, there was the first multimedial camp, and he was one of the doctors who went with us to Shimutala in a bus and served the people there. And sir, next year, February we have planned a multimedial camp there. So, he was in a hurry because his some relation has in Garia has got a head injury. So, sir, you are excused, but you must have something in photo. Boys, anyone? Yes, Babushana. One incident, Fadafat.
Good evening, everyone. I will share with you all incidents about my father. It was it was the winter season. I could remember early in the morning. He was coming by train. Okay. Suddenly at the Chacha station, what happened? Accident has occurred. His leg was broken. I didn't know that one. Early in the morning, he came. He came to the school. Okay. So we know that uncle's leg has been broken, and we don't know what is going on. Next day, I saw him. It was slightly, I think, raining this one. He took an umbrella with that broken leg. He was walking, and I was the first person to get up early in the morning. I was just sleeping outside the dormitory and said, "Arey wow, see, look at that person. He's walking like that way. I should get inspired from him. From this person, I should tell one thing I have learned. Get up early in the morning with full enthusiasm. Whatever happens, don't think about the present. Don't think what is going to happen, what has happened in the past, what is going to happen in the future." Thank you.
All of you elderly Miltonians, of course, the youngsters all know. There's one cream Miltonian amongst us, not only in Calcutta, but in the world, in the whole country. They love to, if they know this man is there, they'll come to the convention. Come vote me. Miltonian Abhay Mishra.
Shraddhanjali. We all understand it means paying homage, tribute, and our feelings of love, respect, and gratitude towards a person who has touched our lives. प्रेम, श्रद्धा, सम्मान, कृतज्ञता का प्रतीक है, कभी हम उसको स्मरण करते हैं। लेकिन आज हम एक ऐसे शख्स को श्रद्धांजलि दे रहे हैं जिसने हम सब के जीवन में बहुत बहुत गहरे रूप में असर छोड़ा है। ये कोई ऐसा इंसान नहीं था जो बस हमें छूकर निकल गया, हमें बहुत हद तक बदल कर निकल गया। तो श्रद्धांजलि आखिर है क्या? तो इसलिए ऐसी श्रद्धांजलि हमें थोड़ा और गहरे में उतर कर देनी चाहिए और गहरे उतर कर इसे समझना है। तो श्रद्धांजलि दो शब्दों से बनी है, जैसा रवि बता रहा था, श्रद्धा और अंजलि। श्रद्धा अपने आप में दो धातु से बनता है, श्रद्ध और धा। श्रद्ध माने हृदय और धा माने स्थापित। जो हृदय से समर्पित भाव हो वही श्रद्धा है, और श्रद्धा से ही निकलता है श्राद्ध, यानी वो प्रेम जो मृत्यु के भी परे जाता हो। अंजलि भी एक मुद्रा है जो पुष्प, प्रेम और आस्था को समर्पित करने में एक पवित्र पात्र जैसा रूप ले लेती है। हम सिर्फ एक आत्मा से समर्पित या हृदय से समर्पित भाव ही नहीं, कहीं ना कहीं हम एक ये आध्यात्मिक ऋण भी चुकाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि इस आदमी ने हमें बहुत गहरे में छुआ था। What I owe you cannot be repaid. What I owe you cannot be repaid, but my soul remembers. But my soul remembers, and therefore gives you this devotion with my folded hands. हमने ऑपरेशन को अलग अलग रूप में जाना है, ट्रेनर, मेंटर, टीचर, काउंसलर, लीडर, बट उसके नाम में ही कुछ जुड़ा हुआ था, और वो था आचार्य। सब कुछ को समाये हुए एक शब्द आचार्य, और आचार्य वो है जो हमें आचरण सिखाता है। आचार्य वो है who teaches us how to live. He gives us skills, he gives us discipline, values, a way to live an effective life, and that's exactly what this Acharya gave us. But कहीं न कहीं along the way ये आचार्य कब गुरु बन गया हमें पता नहीं चला, और गुरु वो है जो हमारा अंधकार मिटा देता है, कहीं न कहीं हमें जगा देता है, और ये आचार्य से बढ़कर ये गुरु भी बन चुका था। कम से कम मेरी अपनी जिंदगी में तो मैंने यही महसूस किया। अगर मैं रिफ्लेक्ट करूं, क्योंकि मुझे कहा गया कुछ मोमेंट्स विद ऑपरेश मुझे शेयर करने चाहिए, तो एक चीज जरूर दिमाग में अक्सर आती है कि हम लोगों ने बहुत सारी चीजें महसूस की होंगी। वी हैव हैड डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंसेस विद ऑपरेशन, बट वन कॉमन थ्रेड हैज बीन one capability which he had, and that I would like to share. in terms of an experience that I had myself. So way back in '89, I did my course. In 1990, we were about to go for a convention. He called me to his house along with Preeti, and he said, "Abhay, बेसन तैयार है, घोल बना हुआ है, आलू तैयार है, स्टोव जल रहा है, कढ़ाई रखी हुई है, तेल गर्म है, बस पकौड़ा बनाने की देर है, बना ले पकौड़ा, प्रेसिडेंटशिप ले ले, you will never look back." I believed him, and that was a turning point in my life. The point I am driving home is, he had the ability to make one believe in himself, and each one of us is a witness to that. We all learn to believe in ourselves, whatever else we may have done, but this is one common thing which we all have experienced. One more incident I can recall is that of the power that he exuded. He had the power to empower people, as I just now mentioned, but then beyond that, he had the power which would overwhelm people. So in '92, we were about to have a convention. Along with him, I went to Great Eastern Hotel to negotiate. 5 of Great Eastern's top executives were there, GM was there, and we negotiated. It was a hard bargain. Ultimately, we got up, we got the rate that we wanted. I came back. The next day, I went back to sign the agreement, and the GM said, "Mr. Mishra, I am sorry, I cannot sign the agreement." I said, "What the hell? What happened?" "No, Mr. Acharya is such a powerful personality that we agreed to something which we cannot afford. I cannot give you these rates." But yesterday, I don't know what happened. All of us were there, and we simply agreed to whatever he said. I came back, I was crestfallen, and obviously, jiska baat hai, uska baap hai, I did not go to Great Eastern, and Great Eastern was out. He himself was a shishya to Swami Chaitanya. We always heard from him that Swamiji had shaped his life. So once we came to know, and GR and a few of us Lindonians, along with Oparish, went to a bungalow in Alipur where Swamiji had come. Oparish was there with us. We went along. We sat in the lawn. Swamiji came out, sat in the chair, and he looked around, and he looked at Oparish and said, "I know you. I have seen you." He just sat with folded hands and just nodded. And he said, "Where are you from? What is this organization that you have?" And Ashok said, "We are from Mint." "What does that mean?" And Ashok said, "Maximization, identification, love, and tuning." He stroked his beard and he said, "That's all right, but what is the fulcrum?" And Oparish chipped in. He said, "Our fulcrum is Chinmaya. Our fulcrum is Chinmaya." And Swami immediately said, "Oh, Chinmaya." And that was the interaction. So from that interaction, I could make out that his relationship with Chinmayanji was almost like that of an Ekalavya and Dronacharya. He was totally surrendered to him. It was not that Swamiji trained him or gave him lectures, but it was his Shraddha which completely overwhelmed him and shaped his life. Finally, one more incident I would like to share, that of course he inspired, he motivated, he coaxed, he cajoled, but there were times when he provoked you to growth. And it happened with me once. He wrote a book, From Gita to Bhagavad Gita, and I did not agree with a single word that he wrote in that book. I openly told him that I do not agree with whatever you have written here. And it set me on a path of research, of researching, going into Indic research and really delving into this subject. For years I kept on that path. Had it not been for that provocation, I may not have done that. So a guru perhaps just does not always motivate you. He sometimes provokes you and challenges you into doing things. The validation of this came in 2017 when in Talk to Inform, I chose that very topic, the myth of Aryan invasion and the falsehood that has been propagated and the fraudulent history that we have been taught all our lives. I gave that 2-minute talk Operash was the sole judge and he gave me the cup. So it's not that he was stuck to this views. He had the magnanimity to acknowledge something. And that is why we all remember and respect and have so much of love for him. And finally, I think from on behalf of all of you, I can say, तुम्हारा दिया ज्ञान मेरे मन का दीपक है. तुम्हारा दिया ज्ञान मेरे मन का दीपक है. ये श्रद्धांजलि नहीं, ये श्रद्धांजलि नहीं, आत्मा की अक्षर पूजा है.
I love you for that. Among his relations, we have in this hall Operash's brother's son and Operash's sister's daughter. He often, I remember in the class, used to refer to one Bodhi. You all remember? He used to say that I went hungry and I used to get up the staircase. And I used to sometimes go back because this Bodhi would give her food to me. And remembering that, I would walk back hungry. But there is not a single day when I went to Bodhi and Bodhi did not feed me food. This gentleman is that Bodhi's son, and he happened to retire as Deputy Managing Director of State Bank of India in Mumbai. And can I have the privilege to listen to Sri Shyamul Acharya?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I will thank Dr. Ashok for inviting me to this event. Operash was my uncle. My father, there were 6 brothers and 2 sisters. And Operash was the youngest. But the relationship between my father and Operash was great. There was an age gap earlier times. And Operash was almost like the son to him. And Operash was very fond of my mother, who also passed away last year, 1 month before Operash passed away. In fact, we jokingly say all of them are up there watching us. And Operash, my uncle, used to say that she is the greatest cook in Bengali cuisine in the whole world. Incidentally, I share with you, among the many qualities of Operash, he was a regular columnist in Indian Chronicle, one newspaper, which comes out still now from Bangalore and Hyderabad. And one of the topics in which he used to write regularly was food. See, he was a very interesting person, self-made. He didn't have that sort of formal education. Our family was more in education and politics, but he was not there. He left Calcutta and developed his career in southern part of the country. First part of his life, he was a medical representative in Andhra Pradesh. But he continuously improvised himself, developed. He didn't, restricted to a particular thing. And that was the greatest quality of him. Self-made man. And on a lighter side, he was a very favorite uncle of ours, mine as well as my Didi, who is still sitting there. And we were always waiting when he will come to Calcutta and take us to Feda Cities and Farpos, all those great restaurants of Calcutta in earlier times. Those restaurants are no longer there. So it was a great celebration for us when he used to come to Calcutta. I had the good luck of spending some time with him because in the earlier part of my life, I spent in Hyderabad. He was stationed in Hyderabad. So I spent some time with him. But the greatest thing which we feel was the setting up this school in Shimuntola, which I could not do, but my parents failed. My father and mother. They are no longer in this world. And when my father came back, his eyes swelled with tears. That tears was tears of pride. Pride of what his brother has done for the underprivileged people. He always used to tell, I'm so proud of you. I will not take much of your time, but only thing I tell you that he was a self-made man. And what he did without having so-called formal education is something which I think most of the people can always emulate. With these few words, I will stop here because Dr. Ashok had given me 1 minute's time. I think I have taken 5 minutes. I apologize. Thank you for hearing me.
Time management. I give 1 minute to everybody, all the Indonesians too. Anyway, now we have, we are running a little late. So, about this reporting of our famous project Snehalaya, we have a gentleman amongst us who is a Miltonian, who has taken total responsibility and transformed the whole concept of Snehalaya. Miltonian Rajesh Agarwal from MSc 38.
Good evening, my fellow Miltonians, dear family members, MRS boys, dear family members, and other invited guests. I've done this Snehalaya reporting many times, but never before such an august gathering. Like today, if my counting is correct, we had 105 guests, which is a record, I believe, in Calcutta alumni. I did made way back in 2000 under operation, but somehow I believe I was not that receptive at that time. So I could not reap the benefit which most of you have got from operation. He's left many legacy. Like when you get up early in the morning, you remember operation. Because he used to push you to get up at 5 and go for morning walk. There are many other things, but I think the biggest legacy which is left is the social projects, mainly Snehalaya, Milk Residential School and Milk School. The Snehalaya in Kolkata was started way back in 1988, and at that time our Vishnu Pitama, Dr. J.R. Ashok, he shouldered the entire responsibility, and he carried the responsibility till 2005 when Jagir Bhai took it over. Am I right? 2005?
Never wrong.
This gentleman had a different vision about Snehalaya. Before that, Ashok did whatever he could, with whatever possible resources he could manage. Jagir Bhai, what he did, he had 30,000 in the bank account, and he decided to buy a building for Snehalaya which was more than 20 lakhs. He issued a check of 30,000, he was able to collect the bank's money. And today these boys, the Snehalaya boys, have a permanent residence only because of Jagir Bhai. He shouldered responsibility till 2017. In 2018, he passed the baton to another dynamic Miltonian, Sanjay Mansukhani. Sanjay Mansukhani he dreams big. He's a very visionary person. Earlier, like when I started going to Snehalaya, that was in the first half of 2018, we used to have 7 boys. And he wanted to have 75 boys. Everybody used to think he pagal hai. But he was very persistent, and he had a theory about manifestation, that if you keep on manifesting, it will happen. Though we haven't been able to reach 75, but last few months back we were able to touch 25. Some had to go out, and now we have a strength of 24. And Snehalaya in last 7 years has undergone a massive change. Earlier, like funds was always an issue, but because of well-wishers like all of you, like there are some yearly donors, some monthly donors, so we are being able to provide whatever we want to our current Snehalaya boys. We have 4 tutors who come there to teach them. Recently we hired a dance teacher, because there is a guy who is very good in dancing, but his academics is very weak. So we hired a dance teacher, and boys are just loving it. We have a craft teacher. We also have a counselor who comes once in a week to counsel them. So we have all kinds of facilities. We have a MSW worker She's a superintendent right now. Other than her, we also have a security guard now. We have a gardener. We have 2 house mothers. We have 2 part-time staff. So we have all kinds of staff, and we are able to give whatever we want to Snehalaya. Sanjay then passed on the responsibility. He retired last year, and he passed on the responsibility to our current chairman, Parimal Asmeda. Parimal also dreams big. He wants to have a Snehalaya with 300 odd students. Let's see where he's able to reach. But I'm sure with your help, we'll be able to reach there. In Snehalaya, we have a very good team right now. Parimal, he is the chairman. Harpreet, he is the secretary of Kolkata chapter. He is the secretary of Snehalaya also. Myself is the treasurer. I manage the funds. Then we have very young Miltonian. Where is the Pangada? The youngest one. He is kind of an inspiration to us. He ensures that he reaches there every Sunday. Then we have Radhika, the trustee, who is also the secretary general. His guidance we always seek. Then we have been, I think 3-4 months back, we inducted 3 new trustees. Our ED, he wanted to become a trustee, so Virat became a trustee. We have a very young Miltonian, Ankit Saraogi, a very dynamic person. Today, he could not make it, but he is in Darjeeling, enjoying lovely weather over there. He is also one of the trustees. And then we have our Vishnu Pitama. And in the core team, we have Pooja Bajaj and Sunita, they look after the education. Pooja has been a very, very big help, and Sunita is also helping her out. Since last 3-4 months, Vikas has also joined. He is looking after the construction part. Snehalaya is undergoing a massive renovation right now. And I'm sure like within the next 2 months, when summer vacation starts, when the coloring is done, you come to Snehalaya, you'll see a complete spick and span Snehalaya. In the month of September 2024, last year, one gentleman, Pratik Khan, he is not Muslim, he is a Bengali, he is a Bhakt of Kali. He donated us a property. It's a flat. We also have a roof right over that flat. We can construct another floor. So we'll be having senior Snehalaya over there. The construction again over there has started, and I believe next 2-3 months we'll be having senior Snehalaya. So the boys who are there beyond class 5, they'll be shifted over there. And 2 boys that come back from Shimutala last year, they'll also be stationed there. So maybe I think in the next 2 years, we'll be having 10-15 boys in the new Snehalaya and 25 boys in the old Snehalaya. Once the new Snehalaya starts, this new one, I will require a lot of support from you. Because manpower is needed to guide them. We can hire employees, but unless and until we do our part, like nothing can be done properly. And Operates, like he made this project only for us. He wanted us to grow through Snehalaya. And believe me, like I'm going there since last 7 years. Once you go there and interact with kids, you feel like going there again and again, again and again, again and again. To run a Snehalaya, obviously, a project of this size will require financial help also. So there are many over here who gives us very good donations. We have a scheme whereby you can give monthly donation also. If you want, you can reach out to me about the scheme. I'll be very grateful to accept whatever you can, because at the end of the day, it's your fund which helps them in reaching where they want to, rather we want to. And last year they were studying in a CBSE school, but over there the teachers always used to differentiate between NGO boys and other boys. Like NGO boys was a kind of a lower class kind of thing. So we decided to shift them to a school which is run by our Miltonian marriage school, which is Parivariki. And it was a very, very wise decision. The boys have improved, they are enjoying, the teachers are also paying a lot of attention, and we can see the difference in them. And the new batch, like, we had 3 old boys who are from the earlier school, but the boys who are from this school, I'm sure they'll do wonders. They'll reach a position where we want them to. I think I've taken a lot of time. Can I get and one thing more. Like, I have a wisdom desk over here. It was given to us by Durrell. I have many copies of them. I'm willing to sell it at 400 rupees. It has HR cards of Apurish, and there are 20-30 other thoughts of Apurish. So it's a very treasured item. If you want, you can buy it from there. You can pay it later also if you want. I can book your copy. You can take it later. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh. Let's have some lighter moments. So we'll end up with a little, maybe one or two versions of one or two songs. And we have somebody from all the way from Bangalore. And this couple has come straight from Bellevue. The mother is admitted there. And as soon as this couple came, the spouse was caught by our Milton Prakash Agarwal. He said, "Amra apnake chhalbo na, ekta onto bhojan ba gaন korte hobe." Shagatam Mitra, please. Ekta chotto kichu shuniye din. Acha, okay, whether I would take time, they want to leave. Nandini Chaudhary, please, Ashun. Apni ekta Ravi Ranga, this is Nandini Chaudhary, who was with you in 84, and she sang a song along with Operash, I think, in 1984. So I would request her to, Operash to love her music, so I just want her to sing one song for him. It is শুনে চলে যান। আচ্ছা আপনি ওখানে বসুন। Friends, a minute silence, please.
সবাইকে বলছি আমি অপরেশ আচার্য ভাগ্নি, অপরেশের ছোট দিদির বড় মেয়ে আমি। আমার ভীষণ প্রিয় মামু, আমি তাকে ডাকতাম ফুলমামু বলে। ফুলমামু মানে সত্যি আমাদের জীবনে ফুলের মতো। যখন অপরেশ মানে আমার ফুলমামু যখন বাড়িতে আসতো, সে একটা আনন্দের হাট বইতো। মানে সবাই খুব আনন্দ, হই হই, গান বাজনা। মা, আমার মাসিকে বলতাম মামুনির সঙ্গে ভীষণ মজা করা। মা মানে অপরেশ আসা মানে সারা ফ্যামিলির প্রত্যেকে আনন্দে একবারে আত্মহারা হয়েছিল। আর ভীষণ আমি যখন বিয়ে হয়ে গেল তখনও আমার বাড়ি আসতো, ভালো ভালো মাছের রান্না এগুলো করে খাওয়াতাম আর খুব আনন্দ করতাম। ফুলবাবুর জন্য আমি আজকে একটা গান গাইছি, রবীন্দ্রসঙ্গীত। ওই গানটা হচ্ছে হে সখা নমর হৃদয় রব। মানে আমাদের সকলে আজকে যারা যারা আমরা এখানে সমবেত হয়েছি, সবারই তো সখা মানে ফ্রেন্ড। হ্যাঁ, হৃদয়ে থাকবেন আর ধ্যানে জ্ঞানে সবসময় তাকে আমরা স্মরণ করব। এই গানটা আমি শোনাচ্ছি, ছোট্ট গান, রবীন্দ্রসঙ্গীত। আমার বয়স হয়ে গেছে অনেক, একটু গলা টিপে যেতে পারে। সখা মম হৃদয়ে রব, সখা মম হৃদয়ে রব, সংসারের সব কাজ ধ্যানে জ্ঞানে হৃদয়ে রব, সখা মম হৃদয়ে রব। নাথ তুমি এসো ধীরে, সুখ দুঃখ হাসি নয়ন নীরে। নাথ তুমি এসো ধীরে, সুখ দুঃখ হাসি নয়ন নীরে। লহ আমার জীবন ঘিরে, সংসারে সব কাজ ধ্যানে জ্ঞানে হৃদয়ে রব, হে সখা
rendering this song, and I am sure your mom will be happy today. Over to Swagata.
Wow.
Thank you so much. EC committee, you should note that she is in Calcutta now, so we can have one evening of recital from her. She is an expert and she's a, as you can understand, she's damn good. Now we have a youngest Britonian from the last batch, MLC course 1, batch 1. She's a young girl, she's a student of physics, and I would like to end this note. 15th was Poila Boishak and it is 19th. So I think we should all wish each other a Shubho Namo Varsho and welcome Boishak. So I think this young girl is a Miltonian by name Sagnika. So over to Sagnika.
Hello everyone, it's a wonderful day. Shubho Namo Varsho, everyone. So I'd like to start a song on Poila Boishak by Robindra Shobhi, and I'll end with a bhajan as requested by Dr. J. Vishwan.
छोड़ेंगे नहीं, मौका मिला है। बैटरी
Miss the Bhajan for statue of Vote of thanks. Vote of thanks. Another young man from the same batch, last batch, MLC, not MLC, it's called Course 1, Batch 1.
Yes, sir.
For this, before he does, I would like to thank you all for coming here. Over to Miltonian
ठीक है
Kaza.
सुभाष
After that, we will give you a WhatsApp call for dinner. But before that, there is a small announcement. The Secretary General of Josh 25 in the next convention this December from Pune had rung up. He rang me up. He rang up Abhay Mishra also just before the meeting to announce and to request you all to come to Pune for the convention. So not only register but participate, and I am sure the EC members have noted the talents of the old Miltonians, and they can also join us in celebrating Josh 25. Over to Kaza. He wants to do without a mic. President Hills.
Most of you have the privilege to have met Operation, but I haven't. But I've heard from him, from you and others, and he had to say, when in a room full of 100 people, you should have a voice that everyone can hear. And you shouldn't do it over a microphone. It's time to put it to the test. Good evening, Miltonians, family members and friends. It's been a wonderful day. And this wonderful day would not have been possible without the support and combined efforts of a few who require special mention. I would like to thank Nehru Children's Museum for the auditorium and their support in hosting today's event, members of the ISKCON group, the food committee, members of the Milk Executive Committee for their tireless effort and weeks of meticulous planning to make today's Shraddhanjali possible. Our master of ceremony for today, Miltonian G.R. Ashok, Miltonians who shared with us their memories and insights of operation, esteemed Miltonians of Kolkata chapter, friends, families, members who are present today in record number, all united by the love, value, gratitude for our beloved mentor. And life comes to full circle. We have all gathered here today as one big family because Operash came into our lives. Thank you, Operash. Right. Are you guys ready? Yes! What time is it? Let's go!
अरे उसमें तो खुली आ